And we're live. Here we are.
Wow.
Naji, Shaka.
Back again.
Welcome to the pod, brother.
Thank you for having us.
Let's go. Oh, I'm hyped for this one.
Let's go.
Me too, man. We got a lot of history at this table, don't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Family.
Yep.
I'll let you do the story opening, Gideon. Where do y'all's relationship start? It's the same when Josh McGinnis. You guys were bringing it up earlier.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So, Josh McGinnis brought Naji out along with like Jay Brad and some other guys, and Naji was assigned to my car group by Will, and I would take this guy out every day to turf. And dude, this guy was a natural, bro. He would snap, set.
You were a driver?
I was car group driver. Yeah.
Oh man, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Was that in those were Victorville days, weren't they? Do you remember that summer? Were we in Victorville? Because when you shadowed me, no, that was
Harupa days.
Harupa.
We were running Harupa like crazy.
That's where you shadowed me.
That was my
remember
first honey hole right there.
Same.
Yeah.
Dude, Harupa is where I popped off and got setter cap.
Mm-hmm.
That was a great turf, man. Good days.
Crazy.
You remember what that car group driving out was like? That drive and everything? How'd you guys get hyped up for the doors?
Oh yeah, we would play some what was it? Some Young Boy or something like that.
Yeah, Young Boy. We was listening to like Uzi a lot.
Yeah.
Young Boy.
Yeah, we would just get turned in the car, bro. Those are some good times.
That Florida
man.
Water song.
Yeah.
Which one is that?
Why be better?
yeah.
That's funny, man.
All right.
Yeah, well, here we are, and man, can you believe that's like gonna be? Was that 2 years ago now? Can you believe how far away is that? That's 2022, no?
Yeah, it
Or am I
was 2
tripping?
years, bro. I be getting like the years, like so confused, like because it's like mashed together. I don't think I really even stopped working like that much in between these like 2 years.
Dang. And so we were talking earlier about how you ended up leaving that first year.
Mm-hmm.
What was the circumstances like your squad? Because right now you guys are building a super strong squad. Gideon and I as well partnering up. But I feel like since then we've seen they refer to them as cancers, like guys that kind of crumble teams to the ground, cultures that go sideways, priorities get off track. What was something that you guys remember was working really well? And then whatever reason, either the squad or something where you guys had to step away from the JungleU. Do you remember those times?
Oh, you talking about when I first came and like kind of what happened, like how?
Yeah, I'm totally lost on it.
Yeah.
Like I don't even know. Like you're saying Kyle Schulte and everybody.
Well, for me, like I really didn't have like a goal or a plan, or that was like the main thing. Like I didn't have
The vision.
the vision at all. Like so, I just came. I didn't know I'd be knocking doors. I figured that out real quick. I didn't know anything about solar. I didn't know where I wanted to take it at. So, I was already not set up to go very far, And then, after that, I wasn't like hanging out with the right people also. So, that like saying when they're like, the five guys you hang around the most is like where your average will be the average of that. So that's kind of where I was at. Like I had to change my habits. That's the only reason I came here. So I needed some people, that were completely different, that were already doing very good, successful, to tether myself to and kind of copy some habits so I can fix that. And I did not find that. I found people that were like I was already like. And so, that was another thing. And then, after a while, running up your money, spending it all, going party, then I was really good. I was able to, come back and make some more money whenever I wanted to. But, that mindset, you'll never win like that. So after, doing that repeatedly, running money up, spending it, running money up, spending it, working, all that. And then after a few times of doing that, I was like, bro, I think it's time. And then what happened is the guys that brought me here, they left. On top of me having no vision, I was kind of like, maybe I should go back. I don't really know anybody else here. So maybe I should go back, see some family, or any type of excuse I can make to just make that feel like normal. So that's pretty much what happened for me.
So you had I mean, that's what a crazy like turnaround. What was that turning point for you where you were like, yeah, like this is like this lifestyle is not working, and this is like, I need to start doing this now? What was like that it moment for you?
That's a good question. I just got tired of losing, bro. Like it's like I kind of saw like a trend of my life. Like I was 23 or 22 at the time when I started. I always had big dreams. I always knew that I'm pretty smart. I got work ethic. Like I have potential to be something great, but I always just saw the same thing. Like me trying to do really well, seeing some results very early on, then rewarding myself with the same bad habits that would put me in the bad spots. After I would start winning, I reward myself with some bad habits. I'll go back and then just keep doing the same cycle. So after I left JungleU, I was like really lost, disappointed. And I just kind of like the first step to changing anything is just being able to be aware and, just be aware of where you went wrong at, accept your losses, and just think about like not only just accepting them, like how you lost. Why was that your fault? Extreme ownership. And there's some dark moments where I really like look back and I'm like, bro, I was blaming other people. I'm blaming everybody else except for me. So it's nobody's fault that they brought me there. I was the one who came. I knew the risk. I was the one who did a lot of the things. Like it was all me. So once I accepted all of that, then the next step is what are you going to do about it?
That's huge. A lot of people can't accept their own mistakes. A lot of people look at their mistakes in life and then they turn around and say, who influenced me to make that mistake? Let's put the blame on them.
Pointing fingers, yeah.
I can remember a story. I don't know if you were there, but I remember like Kyle Schulte and McGinnis, and I want to say Zach as well. A couple guys got stuck in Vegas and they couldn't get back. Do you remember that? Do you remember that?
My God.
Oh, it was in the mountains, right?
I don't know.
No, they were in Vegas. They couldn't come back.
They couldn't get back.
They had first recruited me here.
Yeah.
They went to Vegas while I was still brand new.
I remember.
They were gone. And I was like, damn, where everybody went
I literally came to you. Yeah, I talked to you. I was like, hey, Naji, where are your guys at? You're like, I guess they're in Vegas.
I was like, bro, I'm brand new. I can't go to Vegas right now. Like, I don't got no money. Like, I'm not going over there. I got to work.
Yo, I got a question. Like, so how different was Vegas from the JungleU? Like as far as like what you guys were selling. And like how like
oh wait, he's not talking about Vegas like another solar company. Oh. He's talking about Vegas like they went to party. Like when he's talking about I love that you blame yourself for your own mistake, but literally you're just following an example of, like you said, the 5 guys that hang around. The guys that brought him on, every time they made a big check, they would drive 3 hours over the hill to Vegas and then they blow all their money. And then this one time they lost all their money in casinos or something, and they literally couldn't afford to come back. And literally our bosses were like, you don't make it back in like 2 days, don't come back. Or was it something like that? What happened from all that?
No, it was like that. And then I was kind of like nervous. I was like, bro, the guys that brought me here, they're not come back, they're going to get fired. What's going to happen? So like, it was weird. It was a super weird moment.
What came out of that? Did they I know McGinnis made it back eventually.
Oh yeah, right? they made it back. They got some repercussions. But they still were able to keep the job, and then they were able to go a little bit longer after that. But shortly, they left shortly after that.
My boy Isaac over there. Anyway, but dude, yeah, that's like that's a testament to it right there. You had guys that every time they're making money, it's all about how are we gonna waste this money, other than how are we gonna reinvest this money.
And that was the issue that I was trying to fix, because I was like exactly like that.
Mm-hmm. So I wasn't like that at all. I came down here with like literally the right. I don't know why. I just came down here with the right mindset. Like as soon as I made my first check, I put half of the cash into Bitcoin.
Nice. Well, look, your brother came out here the first time, and his leadership, which is, and I'm gonna just say the guys recruiting him, the guys as examples, horrible examples of how to invest your money, wasting it on something that you won't remember the next night because you got too drunk. Now, you actually said a minute ago, you're seeing your brother when he makes his money, he spends it on you. And he spends it on you guys as a team. And that's not a waste of money, because really what you're doing, you're reinvesting in your business. You're showing your guys that every dime you earn is for the betterment and health of the team. And when you stop worrying about how am I going to make money for my own pleasure, you're saying, how am I going to make money for my team's success? How am I going to reinvest? That's how you see everything. When guys need fixing their car, when guy needs some extra food, when guys need, to clothes, like whatever need a guy has as a boss, when you stop making money to waste it and you start making money to have someone level up, now you have the example to pass that forward as a leader.
Exactly, and I'm so appreciative of that because my support system is crazy. Like we all feed off each other. Like we were just talking about that today. We make the job fun. It's not even a job anymore. Like in the car, we listen to all type of music. But when we go to those doors, we are a totally different person. Like we the same person, but like we're so loving and just caring, and like we're so genuine. Like people can tell. That's why we're doing very, very well in this industry. Is because we're not actually just selling a pitch. We're actually genuinely humans, and that's where we go to the door. We're humans at the door. So we're actually having conversations about real things, things that's going on in life, and relatable things that people can relate to and say, hey, you're actually a person. You're not coming to my door just selling a pitch. You're far different from the last reps. So like I had this one crazy story where like I had knocked on the door. This is when I first came here. I knocked on the door, and me and Naji, we were in the same turf. Basically, he was like shadowing me, making sure I was doing good. And I seen him coming back up the street, and I was like, yo, I kind of seen him like going to a house that I literally just knocked like 10 minutes ago. No cap. Like it wasn't even 10 minutes. That's like it was 5 minutes ago. And no cap, he looked at me. He was like, oh, okay. And he kept continuing to knock on the door. The lady who I knocked on her door, she was like, didn't want to come outside. The dog was barking, and I was just like, yo, like, I'm here about the program. Like, and she literally would not come outside. She was like yelling through the door, like, yo, I'm not interested. She would not come outside. It doesn't matter if I said I had $1 million, she still wouldn't come outside. I left the door, and I was like frustrated, but I brushed it off. I'm a person like that. I don't get frustrated too long about something. Like I said, I seen Naji. He walked up to the door. And I was like, yo, I texted him real quick. Yo, I already hit that house. The lady would not come outside. She's super mad. He literally just looked at me and was like, okay. He continued to knock on the door, and guess what? He got that set. And it was crazy because the lady came outside, and it was 5 minutes after I just knocked on her door.
Wow.
5 minutes.
Yeah, it was crazy. And I was like, you talked to her? And he was like, yeah. I was like, bro, she didn't say nothing about that.
5 minutes.
I was like, maybe she thought we were like the same person or something. Like, I don't know, but it was like
Crazy.
as if no one ever even talked to her before.
Crazy.
So I was like, God damn.
She gave you the good energy? Like pushback?
She gave me pushback. She didn't want to open the door or nothing. But I can't remember what I said, but I broke preoccupation in such a way that was like super genuine. I think I asked her about something that she was wearing or something to where she forgot about hiding behind a door, and then she like walked out, and I was able to pitch her actually, and, and it was something that she wanted. Like she's been wanting to get solar. She just wanted someone to show her some information before trying to sign her up, which is what everyone's trying to do, but they're not able to communicate it to where she can understand that.
Yeah, you built a connection with her, and she had a tangible thing to connect with you with, and that's why she went with you versus everyone else that came to her door.
Exactly.
Yeah. And that's like the biggest thing, salespeople that we have to remember is just, the product sells itself. It's like who we are. You know what I mean?
100%, 1,000%.
Form.
Once you really understand, like, you're not. Everybody knows solar works. Everybody knows all that stuff. The thing they don't know is which company to go with, which person to trust, whatever it is. So you just have to be like a genuine person. Look them straight in the eye and tell them that this is how it is. I'll tell you the good, the bad, the ugly, and you decide what you want to do with it. So
yeah, love that. It's fire.
Yeah, what is a big difference? Back to Shaka's question earlier, now that we're on that context, what is the difference between how you break preoccupation with homeowners in Vegas versus here? Same general conversation starters, or is there more like different type of topics? Like, what's that day-to-day life in Vegas circulate around?
Well, it's kind of like the same thing. Like, I don't really know what I'm going to say, before they open the doors. My brain's kind of like blank. But until I see, what emotional state they're in, or, that's when I kind of make a first judgment after I see them. And then, if they're already in a rush or if they're like alarmed, I make sure I acknowledge that first, and then I move forward. Or if they're just having a good day chilling, then I'm not going to rush them. I might talk about something that I can see, like maybe a flag in the yard or a car, or their kids or a dog or a cat. Whatever I have in common with them. So in terms of like what's different between Vegas or Pre-Oc or Florida or Cali, nothing's different. Each person's different. So yeah.
So you're reading the energy. It's situational, right?
Yeah, it's super situational.
Yeah. And that's kind of how it was for me in Hawaii. Like, when I was knocking over there, like all my customers, they were, it's just different every time. You meet people who are very like stuck up and very like in their ways, and there's other people who are just like more receptive, and it just really, you kind of as a person, you have to kind of be a chameleon, and you have to kind of adapt to their energy. You know what I mean? Because like even a customer, I'm thinking back like a couple of days ago where this guy was like coming across very hard, playing hardball with me, and I had to kind of meet that energy head on, you know. And then at the end, I won that battle, right? So it's like, we just have to be able to adapt to any sort of, personality style, right?
Yeah,
so
100%.
But I mean, we have very similar things that went on. I mean, you went to, Vegas and Florida to sell solar. I went off to Hawaii, you know what I mean? And we had to go through some stuff, and it ultimately led us back here. I'm curious, like, tell me a little bit about that as far as like how that went.
So like, remember I told you how I started here in JungleU and what happened to leading of the fall off. Then after I left JungleU, I wanted to try again, So I went to a company called Lumio. I was working in Florida, like West Palm Beach, and this time along, I was like, I'm really gonna commit to something for the first time in my life. I'm gonna I don't care how it feels or whatever. I'm gonna commit, and I'm gonna be 100% and do this. So like that was like the first time I really committed to just trusting the process, trusting faith, trusting everything. And it just doesn't matter what I think or how I feel. I'm just gonna do it, and we'll see where I end up. And when I was at JungleU, I didn't even do that. So when I came there, I wanted to be number one. I wanted to be better than them, and I wanted to show people like I can be a top performer.
I think the $1 million question I have for both of y'all is like, what is the office atmosphere difference between JungleU and this other offices you guys were a part of?
Dude, it's crazy. Like, the culture is insane. First of all, the other offices, not everybody's like, young. When in the Vegas office, everybody was like 40, stuff like that, older. So that was already a red flag when I first seen that. Then on top of that, the level of workers there is so much different. Like I said, here's like JungleU's more of like a professional solar. When I went there, from the leaders, the setters, everything was just 5 notches lower.
What you mean by that though? You mean like the trainings weren't as
hard? The trainings were actually great. Actually,
okay.
The trainings were great. I learned a lot how to sell value in Florida, because we're not saving the money as much. So I learned how to sell on value. So
can you be specific by savings? What do you mean?
So like in Florida, we already have low bills. So I mean,
what's the cent per kilowatt?
Like 14, 15.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
dude, it sucks to live in California. I can't believe that.
It's like 14 cents, dude.
That's
15,
insane,
16
bro.
cents.
I mean, wow.
There's no there's no 50% of your bill being delivery fees. It's like a $15, $20 delivery fee.
And so then what's solar? They don't need batteries, right?
They don't even need solar that much. I mean, but realistically,
like the way
what do you need solar for?
You're honest.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it's like we're not really saving the money, maybe like $5, $10. What we're trying to do is protect them from the future,
Yeah.
So like how
Exactly.
California is, we're trying to protect them from that.
Is that in your pitch?
Yeah.
In Florida? That's smart.
Yeah.
You give examples of other state situations and say you're on the back burner.
You guys are going to be like that, like
Yeah.
California. I just came back from California, and California's 20 years ahead during like an energy crisis. This is where we're heading. And I mean, dude, it's not going to save you a lot of money. I'll just be straight up with you. But the best thing
like
we
short
could do,
term, but long term it would.
Yeah, the best thing we could do is not going to cost you anything to do this. We can lock your bill in this way, and then in the future, when everybody's bills is like $500-$600, yours will still be the same thing. So this is just more like you're being proactive. So that's what it is.
Yeah, one thing we've implemented here that has helped us lock in a lot of deals because, I mean, with Florida, that sounds like a problem price-wise. But here with California, it's not savings, it's saturation. There's just so many other people out here trying to get the same product across. So like you said, solar makes sense, but why do you make more sense than the other guy? And so long-term is fire. Obviously, keeping it long-term, that's a logical approach, right? But in California, because it's all logical, it has to be more emotional. And so,
exactly.
And just this for you guys, and who's your back ender right now? Is it Ashley? I would personally recommend y'all invest in your own back ender somehow.
Yeah.
Whether you have to, I would dig deep for some recruiting. I really would, because our what we do here with Lacey is obviously she's just for us, smaller team. I don't know if we had as big as a team like Ashley has to handle, that she'd be able to do this. But because you do have a smaller team, you have higher priority. And so for every single homeowner that closes, we have about a $60 gift basket value, which is beef jerky, coffee grounds, travel mug, a candle, and Rochelle chocolates, and then sometimes like a towel that goes in the bathroom for decoration. So when me and Gideon close, we take notes of the color scheme of the house, any notes on
any interests like sports teams.
That's so genuine.
Yep. And then Lacey after close has to come back, and then she schedules the Google install.
She pulls up to the house
every time.
Oh, yeah.
Every time. We don't do phone. Because that's the thing. Everything's on the phone.
That's
so
crazy.
part of I don't know if you've implemented it yet, but part of my closing pitch when I'm wrapping up, I go, I hate spam calls and I hate spam emails. I don't work that way. I said, I'm in person and you're going to see me again. And if not me, you're going to see this beautiful woman right here on my lock screen, Lacey. And I go, she's our customer support. I was like, if you guys are to pass inspection, we come by with a gift basket and she can get all the Google Smart Home Services updated. And he implements the same thing. So that's personable, awesome, that makes the homeowner feel valued. And so the same way you're finding value in the solar, now you individually have to be a high value rep. And so anything you guys can do personally, like if you don't have a back ender at your disposal, you need to do something where they can tell you have more skin in the game. Like you might not come back again, but your investment's going to go a long way. And I would say baseline, use the Google Smart Home right now, like the doorbell. Maybe in your pitch, just be like, guys, try to come here, sell you $2,000 doorbell, follow up with free solar right afterward, free solar. Here, if you qualify for the free solar, we'll follow it up with a free doorbell. Hit two birds, one stone.
Wow.
And that's kind of like a better way to
bring in some value, 100%.
Yeah, and that can kind of hold them in that much longer because you already know you're going to close a deal. People are going to come undercut you. You got to stand the test of that.
How many more teams do you think do exactly what you're doing?
Right now, I know in the JungleU 0. That's why we have the highest. We have the highest install rate on our side.
Man, I didn't even know you were doing that. That's crazy.
Who on your team thought about that? Like
who thought about it?
Yeah, who thought about that idea?
Me. At the end of the day, I can think of it, but if you don't have a creative and talented mind like my wife Lacey to actually execute that, because I can say get a gift basket, but I don't know what women want. And you already know me with homeowners.
Yes.
The husband's the head, but the wife's the neck that turns the head. And so when you get the wife locked in, that's why Lacey's like, what's their color scheme? What kind of decorations do they have? She'll make a gift basket that literally, like when we do Raiders,
it's tailored to them.
Yeah, it's tailored to them. We get a Raider mug, a Raider hat. When it's like, it's Western style, more Westerny. When it's like, it was all black, she gets a black gift basket.
What are their reactions when they get these baskets? Are they like?
You gotta ask Lacey. Well, she usually does what we would do as salesmen. She's meeting the wife, so she makes connections with the wife, and that's why you need a back ender to be a woman. But again, over the phone, it'll work, but it might not be enough to fend off against a guy who comes by and just shows a better price, You're
not being personal. Like what you guys are doing is being like family. Like we're offering you a service,
and that's what I
but
say.
We're also family
too.
Yeah,
that's
literally. You guys become part of the family.
Yeah.
Once you guys qualify,
exactly,
bro.
Yeah,
let's go.
And that leaves you guys off on a good note, because like for anybody else who's wanting to do what they're doing in the same treatment they got, they expect you to treat whoever they like give to you guys to treat them with the same treatment. So that's really, really good what you guys are doing, and I'm taking notes. So
Yeah, definitely taking notes. Sure. That's crazy.
I mean, how could they say no when you're getting a gift from someone? It's like, you know, even if they're in the back of their head, they might be a little like, oh, maybe we shouldn't do this or go forward with this. When they get a gift from someone, it's like, how could you say no?
But it's not even just a gift; it's a very thoughtful one.
Yeah, because now you're not just turning down service. I mean, dude, you're turning down now like somebody showing you genuine like a gift. Like it's more than service now. So you're turning down a friendship at that point.
And and you guys are coming from far.
Huh?
You guys are coming from far from those houses because, like, right, you're not doing it just in your area. You're doing it to everyone you service.
Yeah. I mean, but we kind of pitched that we're in the neighborhood. Because I mean, I let him know too. Like I like what Gideon has actually helped me level up is he's pointed out to me that try to set up traps for guys that are coming in after you. Mm-hmm. You know, because they're going to try to poke holes in what you've already done. So we set up traps for them already coming in. I mean,
you mean like you preference that, right?
What do you mean?
Like they're going to try to come, like people are going to try to come and scam you. They're going to try to sell you stuff.
Well, I'm not going to be that extreme because then I just kind of sound defensive a little bit, you know? And so... a good trap that a couple of them that I'll set, for example, is that another guy's going to come by and say that he's with Sunrun, you know, then we just point out Sunrun is a financer and then show Sunrun on our badges and say we could do any company out there. You know, there's no rep that can walk in that can't show you what we have, right? Mm-hmm. And then that points back to what we do have that they don't have is a gift basket and a rep that my wife who will come by after me. Yeah. You come by with anybody, they're going to get you to sign a dotted line. You'll never see them again. I can promise you, they can come by and I say, I welcome you to meet with other guys, but I know for sure they're not going to show up 2, 3, 4 times like we will, you know? So there'll be no choice. And they're like, if anybody shows up and their name isn't Thomas or Lacey or Gideon, then they, you know, they have no seat at this table, you know, and you lock them in tight. And then, I was just thinking of another one that has like, it's a really good trap. Maybe I have to do with Dora. We've had some experience where a Sunrun rep came and did undercut us and she signed. And I mean, it's immediate. I mean, and guess how we found out?
She called you and told you?
No, Lacey was at the table with her, getting ready to schedule install with the gift basket. She's got the gift basket there. It's super awkward. Hey, Gideon, Thomas, Dora said that she signed with someone else. Boom, me and Gideon were there immediately. There's 3 of us. She's like, whoa, the whole family's here. We're like, we told you you're part of the family.
What? Wait, what? That's crazy. So she was already getting ready for install.
Yep. Yeah, and she had signed with someone else. And so then we came in there, canceled the deal, and installed her that very next week. Yeah. You know, but if you don't have someone that's meeting with them face to face, they're going to block your calls, you know?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like her number was already blocked. My number was blocked in her phone already.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So then what do we do? Unblocked my number, blocked his number.
You know? Right. Yo, that's
part of the family.
Yeah, changed the locks on the house, you know?
Right. Smart man.
Yo, man, that's a lot of tenacity right there, dude. That's crazy.
Yeah, man. You know these guys are going to come in and throw everything they got at a deal, you know? So it's that value that, like you're saying right there, the long-term savings, they also want to hear that there's going to be long-term service. They want to know that they're not risking never seeing you again. Mm-hmm. So if some way you can get across that you're going to be at their beck and call, they're Johnny on the spot, you'll be able to hang on to homeowners for sure. But, you know, with guys closing all the time, we don't have the time. So I would look into investing in someone who can go to your houses personally. Obviously, a woman's going to be the best. And, that's going to bring your install ratio higher, and then that in turn will help you bring out more recruits, you know.
So, like, when you're looking for a back-ender, what are you looking, like, some qualities, I guess?
I would say, number one, a woman, you know. I wouldn't recommend a gay man or anything like that, but if it's a man, you know, he should at least know how to connect with anybody in a family, you know what I mean?
Right.
So
I'm going with the woman. And I'm going with a pretty woman, a pretty face. I want a pretty face to show up on my behalf. Yeah. For me, at least. Yeah.
Dude, I don't know how to hire a back ender. I kind of had one by default. You know what I mean?
I don't even know how to go about that. Yeah. That's crazy.
Yeah. So, I mean, I guess her, you know, that's just God blessing me with a good wife, you know? But, you know, that's the thing about what we were talking about earlier. The Lord directs your footsteps. So if it's God's will for your team to grow, he'll give you the resources you need to get there.
Well, yeah.
You know?
I got a couple resources right now up my sleeve.
Nice, man.
I'm thinking about it actually while you speaking on it. I'm like, wait, should I make her like a what you would a backender?
Backender.
Or should I just put her on the team? And now I'm like, wait, it's a good backender.
Yeah.
Because those deals got to close. That's one important thing about this job is like, some people they'll get paid on installs or upfront signings, whatever it is. But now I just reached to a setter captain, so I'm not going to be getting those those upfronts anymore. I'm really just getting those installs. So a backender right now for me, it seems like a way to go.
Here's what I would recommend for you: be your own backender while you can.
Right.
Seriously. Like if it means anything, I mean, now that you do have more value in your deals, be the guy who will show up after it closes to follow up with what Najee's done, and then be like their backender.
Right.
Hey, I'm out here, and how to go with Najee. They'll be like, great, yeah, awesome, yeah. So great news, you guys passed inspection. Now it's time for like Google Smart Home Services, just so you know that our company's still doing something. Schedule it for them. I would recommend for you bring by like a gift card. Like, dude, it could be a $15 gift card
Starbucks.
to Starbucks.
Yeah.
And then I actually want to ask this earlier because it has to be communication, right? So let's go to ground zero. When you set something, what are some things that you're kind of, now we're not talking about traps. Now we're talking about, like layup to dunks. What are you alley-ooping to your brother that when he shows up, being his brother, like what are you guys doing that gets tighted when he shows up for a close?
Well, so like when I'm at the door, immediately I'm myself. So they already noticed that. They're like, yo, this guy is like down to earth. He's not even hiding himself. So there's no reason why he would be lying about anything he's speaking on. Another thing is I don't hide the fact that my brother will show up on my behalf. He is my brother. We have the same last name.
So what do you say? That's what I'm saying. Like, what do you say to get them ready to see your brother, and how do you build value through that?
I'm like, not just the mathematical guy, bro. Like he has a level, like a top level clearance. I'm just the guy that comes and basically sees this little thing right here. You see this graph on your bill? I basically just see this and see if you can qualify. You would not be able to talk to Naji if I don't qualify you right now. He's like a special guy. Like he works with the state. Like I just say all type of stuff. But I basically hype Naji up to be the man he is, because he is that. So when Naji comes to your house, treat him with the utmost respect, and you have like this much time to.
That's what you say to them?
Yeah, treat him
that's
with the utmost
fire.
respect.
No, like dead serious.
Like the same way I'm treating you with the respect and giving you the time of day to just say something. Because not only are you giving me the time of day, I'm giving you the time of day. I don't disrespect my time, so I won't disrespect yours. Just don't do that to Naji, because Naji is like a very, very important guy. He's traveling all day to go to everyone that I'm talking to. So when I say that, it's like, yo, he's traveling from an hour away right now. Just have 15 minutes for him, 15 to 30 minutes. If you like what he's saying, you can go with what he's saying. Other than that, you can take the information and you can help yourself with it. I just give them options. Not letting them know like I'm backing you in a corner, because I'm not. I'm giving you options. We're here to service you. I need you to know that. I don't know if you qualify for what we're giving you, but I'm here to tell you, because you're owed. You're owed that. You guys are paying for this already. You're owed the information, so I'm here to tell you.
You're setting the right. You're setting the right expectations for him, just to come in, and then it's just like
So
they probably just let him right inside.
They let him right inside.
It's
Bro,
fire.
ask him. Like
Yeah,
the first,
crazy.
my first deals, bro. Naji was asking every person that I sat with, like, yo, what did Shaka say and what piqued your interest? Half of them would say nothing. Like they would be like, I don't even know. I don't even know.
They said,
like,
I don't even know. He said that you were gonna do it.
You were gonna do it. He just a genuine person. Like I don't even know what I'm doing here. Like yo, he was just had the energy. He just came here. He was super happy and said that, yo, you were everything. Like you were my God. Like you were my savior for today. Not my God, but like you were my savior for today through Jesus Christ. Like it's not like I'm trying to make him take the position of Jesus Christ. But if you were in any dilemma or any problem and you had something that you were going through, Naji Walker can help you. He's gonna be to your aid.
And you let him know that this is my bro. Like how do you sneak that in there? How do you stress it?
I say, my name is Shaka Walker. Your technician, your specialist for your home is Naji Walker. Oh, that's your brother? Oh, who was that? Last name is Walker? Yeah, so actually that's my brother. He just, I just sneak it in there like that because I kind of don't want to I want a conversation. Me and you talking. So instead of giving you all the all the juice and information. I kind of want you to figure that out by yourself, so we can have a conversation.
That's
about
cool.
It, you know,
that's called respecting your audience.
Respect
You
your
don't have to
audience.
like tell them the last name matches. You
Yeah.
know, that's pretty cool though. So,
You know?
so when you go in, at what point in your process are you like asking them how Shaka did with meeting them?
Kind of like in the beginning when I'm sitting down, it's like one of the first things I'll ask him. But like it's so crazy because most of his set is just telling them the basic thing, like you're paying for this program. As long as your house can qualify, well, you know, it's no cost to you, whatever you're staying. But they understand that they're paying for it. It's no cost. They need to qualify. And now that's it. Now after that, he's just like edifying me up. So it's like when I stop by, they're treating me like I'm so important. Like it's like they're respecting my time. They know that I have another appointment. They're like, oh, you're here to qualify me. Like most of his sets are like, oh, hey, what's up, Naji? Hey, baby, he's just here to qualify us to see if we can qualify for this. So some people they'll walk in and they're like, hey, do we qualify yet? I'm like, I don't know yet. I don't know.
Nice.
like I don't know
Nice.
yet. I'm not here to qualify you. I'm just gonna show you how it works. If you like it and it makes sense to you, we'll set up a site survey and we'll keep our fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Because that's all that matters.
That's amazing. You know,
so,
a lot of setters avoid that. A lot of setters, when they realize they have what they need, the credentials or the essentials to have a set usages, they'll just kind of wrap it up real quick and be like, all right, let's do this. Yep, appointment here, blah, 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 blah.
No,
But it takes confidence to bake in. This is value time. This is high stakes qualification. There is no guarantee. That's what creates a curiosity gap that gets people to sit. And I think a lot of people
It's
overlook
crazy.
that.
So another thing, right? Is like in the beginning, I'm like really confused. Like, how is he able to get them in this state of mind, but they also don't know anything? Like, how are you doing that? Why do you want to qualify for something you don't even know what it is?
Ask them. How are you doing that?
Like, why?
Well, I'm in the, so like before I came in here, I was in the music industry, and so I was studying the music industry so long, and you know, like we all know who Lil Uzi Vert is, right? What's one question you have about Lil Uzi Vert? Is he gay?
Oh, I know. That's a funny question.
Is he gay? And no one can tell us because we don't know.
Why are you gay?
Yeah, like why? Like what's going on with the purse? I want to know what's going on with the
Oh,
clothing.
right.
The question mark is everything. The question mark in this world is everything. I want to know. I deserve to know. So when I'm at the door, man, my charisma, I'm obviously there because I said I'm supposed to be there. I have this like I got this badge on when I'm there. Like, and I have no badge. I don't even have my badge yet for work yet. But for some reason, when I come to the door, I feel so entitled. Like I'm supposed to be here. They can sense that just the way I'm standing, the way I'm talking, the way I approach. And like when I'm there, I'm super, super genuine. Like, you know, I understand body language and how they're looking at me, and I respect every moment of it. The slight second you look at me, like any weird way, I back up and I continue to talk. I acknowledge what you're feeling like. I say, hey, this is nothing like that. You're not in trouble. I'm just here to service your home on a program that you guys are paying for through Edison. That's pretty simple. I learned that from Naji and Isaac. They both was teaching me just understanding what's actually going on in front of your face. You know what I mean? Like most of the time I'm just trying to push until I understood that, hey, these are actually people. I'm not just out here to get money. I'm not I'm not just out here to try to get a set. I'm actually out here to service these people, make a smile on someone else's face other than me. So when I go outside, man, a lot of people are like, how do you do it? How do you do it? I'm like, yo, just go outside, make somebody smile.
Yeah, I think a big thing they're missing though is what Gideon and Naji are talking about. How when you get to that point, okay, like Gideon said, setters don't set an expectation of what comes next.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
they
just get the bill and their job is done.
That's what I'm saying.
So,
they think that the deal is going to be done because they got usages, but that ain't the case. So how do you get an expectation set, not only for what's going to happen, but who they're going to see next? And how do you get enough emotion and packed tension? And then I want to know, how soon are you setting these appointments? Are these like next day, same day, next week?
Same day, next day, whenever they're available. I'm trying to set them up the same day, but some people's schedule is not that, so I respect the schedule. If I can't set you up the same day, it's obviously for a reason.
But now the expectations and the value, how are you pushing that? How much time you spend on that?
So me, man, like I know my job is to sell solar or sell the program, just information. But when I'm out there, I'm selling myself and Naji. We're two different people. Just like you guys are selling yourself, because you guys are setting yourself aside from everyone else that's doing this job by, the baskets and, showing up to the doors and things like that. You guys are taking that upon yourself to do that for your team. So when I came out here, like I said, I was in music. Before I came out here, I was selling hoodies. And Naji is basically my product. I'm his product. He's my product. So when I'm out there, I'm selling the program,
like that, yeah.
But Naji is my product. He's the one who I'm actually putting the faith in. I don't know where I built the trust at. Maybe just because I'm so genuine. Maybe because it's not me the one who they think that's going to be there. Like
that's my point. What are you telling them to, like, how are you showing them that you're full
maybe they're
confidence
like,
in
thank God
Naji?
it's not Shaka. He's not coming to my house again.
No, I mean, what, yeah.
Oh, my God. He's not going to come in. Oh, my God.
What are you telling them about Naji? Like how you were saying earlier, how you say, like, respect his time, respect this.
Yeah, so I'm telling them exactly that. Like, Naji, man, Naji's he's a mathematical guy, man. I'm just the person that's going to be explaining this right here to you to even see if you qualify. You guys have been paying for this and didn't know about it. I'm not gonna let Edison scam you ever again.
Nice.
And they already feel scammed because they have been calling Edison. Edison doesn't call them back. They don't get in contact. They have to press 2 or 3 or 4 buttons. But for some reason, there's a guy at my door willing to help me with the solution or coming with the solution to my problem. Not to mention, man, I actually hear them out. I talk to them. I get to know them before I even. Like, this is what I'm here for. I'll come and talk about anything. I'll come and talk about the car in your yard. I'll come and talk about how your grass so clean. I'll really talk to you like a person, I'll come and say I like your shirt because I really do like your shirt. I'm from Florida, so I really never see nothing but oranges on a tree. But when I first came down here, I've seen every fruit on a tree imaginable. I've seen grapes on a tree. Like, I've literally seen grapes on a tree and was like, yo, can I get some of those? He picked the grape up off the tree and the whole grape. And I've never seen that in real life. So
It's a plum.
no, grapes.
They grow on vines.
Grapes.
Okay.
Grapes. Like, I'm saying,
All right.
all I'm saying, bro, is grapes, bro.
Or that's
Plums,
funny.
grapes, all that.
Cherry, either one.
Either one. I've never seen none of that actually grow on a tree because people don't do that in Florida. They just grow like watermelons on the ground.
But at the end of the day, like he's not spending a lot of time talking about a program because when I get there, they don't know anything. Like all they know is that I'm supposed to come there, help them get their bill lower, and I'm the one that's going to qualify them for it.
So how about that qualifying part? What do you say he's
all they
going to
know.
do?
So you asked me what's the qualifications?
Well, no. Oh, okay. Yeah. How do I qualify?
You'd be like, how do I qualify?
Yeah.
Basically, Naji's gonna tell you that.
I'm dead serious.
That's
like,
fire.
I'm not joking.
Naji's gonna tell you that.
They're not like
That's fire.
they don't know anything. Like
Yeah.
Because
I'm
if
coming
they
there.
know, like I feel like the level of them knowing is the grasp of like, yo, Naji's finally here. Like Naji's here. We finally get to know. The whole time they're thinking about what it actually is. Like, yeah, I said it was solar. Yes, I said you guys were paying for a program. I said it was probably solar one time. I don't keep having to repeat myself.
Nice.
If you really want to figure out, now you know you need to meet Naji. I'm just here to do this right here, this simple thing. So really, it's like Shaq and Kobe. I'm Shaq, he's Kobe.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
It just works. We look kind of similar, like we have the same tonality, bro. So it's kind of seeming like it's the same person. He's just picking
a lot of the
off where I
time
left.
they think that it's still him. Like when I show up, most of the time, most of
It
the
happens all the
time,
time.
they still think I'm him. Like so, there's some appointments where like I'll show up and then they're like, I thought another guy was coming, and I'm like. I start laughing. I'm like, bro, everybody says that. Do we really look the same? Like, bro, I'm like, you're like 100 pounds bigger than me. Why you think that's him? You think that's me or whatever?
Yeah.
But you asking me a real question, and I really can't answer it because it's Jesus Christ.
He don't know, bro. Like, I'm telling you.
You asking me what sets, like anybody could say that. Why are they believing you, and why do they want to see so much about Naji? Because they could be scared to see Naji. They don't know who Naji is, but it's like what I'm doing is like. My tonality and my belief and like what I'm actually saying to them, I'm talking to them as a real person. I'm not there to just give them a pitch. I'm telling them a real story. I'm in and out of my pitch. Like I'm talking about life. I'm in and out of my pitch. I'm speaking with them just like I'm speaking with you. I'm not there to just sell you something. Like you said, you're giving them a gift basket. That's after the fact. But the whole time, I probably spent 30 minutes talking about real stuff with them.
Yeah, that's
I
my
took
point.
them on a roller coaster. So like they were talking about their bills. They're talking about their son. They're talking about football practice. They're talking about baseball. Some people just want a person that can listen. A lot of people don't have conversation. They probably just go to work, come back home, and take care of their stuff. But a random person that you can get something all out to that's not going to tell the whole world or your whole family is honestly something that somebody just needs sometimes.
Yeah.
So I go to a door and I'm just talking to them because you might not can tell me, like you might not can tell your family what you tell me. You might tell me something that you never tell your brother. You might tell me something that you never tell your sister simply because I'm a random person and I'm not going to talk to them. So
yeah, it's crazy. Some of the conversations you have with these people, it's like, then they really, open up with you. Like I had a homeowner I was talking to, and she's like, they gave me the story about how she almost like committed suicide, and it got that deep. You know what I mean? So it's like, dude, you don't know what type of conversation you're gonna have with these people. And she said, I don't know why I just told you this. You know what I mean? I barely met her 20 minutes, 30 minutes ago, and she's telling me these type of things. It's like sometimes, we just have to, connect with these people and just be another human and not a robot.
Right. I feel like also, bro, like it's like I'm like an outside of the box type of character, bro. Like bro, there's nothing like I'm not inside the lines, man. I'm outside the lines all the way. Like I'm like this. I'm like a line, bro, that you really can't just go straight. You know what I mean? Even though I'm going straight with what we're doing, it's like, bro, I'm outside the box. You can say anything. Nothing's weird to me. I'm always going to answer like you're being serious, even if you were playing. But, like, I just feel like they could feel that I'm that down-to-earth person. Like, it's like almost as if, like, I'm talking to them like I know them. Like, when I'm talking to you, I'm not like, hey, how was it going? Like, I'm like, yo, do you see how hot it is outside, bro? It's so hot, bro. Like, yo, I like your yard, bro. The front, like your yard has like the absolute most shade in it, and you got plums right there. Can I have one of those? Like, you feel me? I never even I just come like that. I'm outside the box. Maybe they think I'm special, bro. Maybe they think like, yo, it's a special kid right in front of my door, bro. Let's help him out. But,
You're doing the magic formula. You're doing it. That's actually harder. That's harder to teach. You just have to do it and practice it. Some people have it naturally, but what you're doing is you're building real relationships, and that's really what sells. Like you're saying, you're selling yourself. I love, like I know you did too, that you said Naji's your product. It's the facts, bro.
Yes.
We're selling ourselves, and so Solar will sell itself. I think the biggest thing that you're doing that people don't realize is what is really getting you deals. It's not, like you're saying, it's not a pitch. It's not Solar. That's not what it is. Mm-hmm. It's you being able to open up wide open with your arms wide open, bring somebody in, and then, like Gideon's saying, is you're going to step into their world. And you don't know what's coming, but you're doing it with open arms. You're letting God guide you, and you have no fear.
No fear. Like,
no fear
dude,
at all.
He's so persistent. Like, he knows that he has something that
people be looking at me like, bro, do you not know who I am? Do you not know I got like 40 guns behind the door? What are you still doing here? That's how people be looking at me, and I just be like still talking to them normal, like, yo, I'm here for this program, bro. Like, I'm trying to help you guys out, bro. I'm not trying to sell you anything. You know, I just be like, I be like not understanding what's going on, even though I understand what's going on. I just don't see that. I don't know why. God won't let me see it. Like, I'm just there, doing my job, doing what I'm supposed to do. Now, if something happens to me because I'm doing my job, it's just probably meant to be. Yeah,
well, somebody that's missing out on that just needs to know they need to trust in the Lord. You know, they don't have to worry about how they're going to make it happen. He'll do it for you.
Yeah,
right. Amen.
100%.
That's really amazing, Shaka.
Amen.
Seriously, man.
I appreciate that, man.
And
I really don't know what I really don't know. Like, I really don't know how far I came. I promise. I see it from like a far away, like from where I came from, but like I don't really know what I just did in the amount of time I just did it. I promise I don't. Like, I'm just working, and I'm happy to be a part of this team. I'm happy to be a part of Meta. I got Isaac Rosa. I got Naji Walker. I got Marcus that just came here. And, like, I'm just happy to be around those people, man. Because, like, you know, I had some really dark times in my life where everything wasn't peaches and cream. So right now it's like I'm in heaven, you know? I'm in heaven with my brother, bro. I got my family back home. I'm able to send them some couple bucks every now and then. I'm doing everything I wanted to do, bro.
Fire,
you know what I'm saying? So,
well, God is using you as a light for someone else's, you know, in someone else's life, someone who has that darkness in them, you know, someone like you comes to their door and is bringing that light, You know what I mean? We're helping these people not only like emotionally on a connection level, but also, you know, financially. Like we're offering a service that, you know, actually helps people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
100%.
So we're offering two things, and it's like, you know, God uses every one of us as salespeople, you know, to do that and to bring that sort of that comfort and the hope. Sometimes, you know, it's good that we have those type of conversations with people, and we, you know, really could connect with them. So yeah.
I just want to ask one question to all
Yeah.
what do you think is one thing, like, because like me, if I was random, I'm not obligated to see the best in you. There's one gospel song that I always just listen to. It's like it goes like, they only see the worst in me, but Jesus Christ seen the best in me. So when I'm going out there, man, I really don't know what they see, but all I know is I'm genuine from the heart. So I hope that they see the best in me when I'm at their door. You know, and like a lot of people go out there with things on their mind, like tattoos, hair. Maybe you don't have a haircut. You know what I mean? I came here with no haircut, bro. Like I felt like I looked like a monster. To be honest, you know how you feel with no haircut after like 30 days, 60 days. I feel like a monster. I'm at your door like
I'm a monster.
bro. Like, you feel me?
Funny, dude.
But bro, like Jesus Christ was like, man, don't worry about that, man. Go out there, do your thing, have fun, bro. And I just took that and ran with it, bro. Like I really just stopped caring. Like I shut my mind completely off and just went to work. And knocking on them doors, just knocking. That was like repetition to me. I just was like, yo, if he said no, I'm going to knock on your neighbor door. If you say no, I'm going to knock on your neighbor door. If your neighbors, hopefully I get one of y'all so I can prove the other 5 wrong. Like,
what was your question, by the way?
The question is like, how do you think that you get people to see the best in you, even if they don't know you?
Like the best in you? Like, what do you mean?
Like, how do you think? Like, how do you get random people to kind of like feel like you're genuine, like you won't hurt them, or like you just have the best for them? Because like it's kind of like the president. There's Democratic and there's Republic. Some people like to be carried, and some people like to do it on their own. So what do you think that sets you aside from different people that lets them see the best in you? Because obviously some's going to work with
that
you.
we have their best interests in mind. I see.
Yes.
Okay. Ooh, that's a good one. Well, I mean, I'd say, like with form is a big thing. Like form, what he teaches is family, occupation, recreation, motivation. So we're connecting on homeowners with all 4 of those levels. We also build trust and with references. Okay.
What would you say you do to build trust?
Well, references. I reference other neighbors that, you know, I've worked with in the area. I show them usages of homeowners. Like, here, I got this guy's usages. Like, we're dropping by his report, you know, another day, right? And then, you know, when I build that connection with someone, then it's easy, you know? So, I mean, yeah, I'd say the biggest thing is references. Like, we have a... I don't know if we should give that sauce, should we? About the
No,
KB?
don't give out that sauce. Don't do it.
So let me ask you another question on top of that. If you didn't have that, like, you know, those videos that you guys have, what would you say? What
videos?
Then?
What you mean?
The credibility. Like, if you didn't have the credibility there, because when I came, I didn't have no credibility. I didn't have a video. I didn't have a badge.
What video?
No, I didn't have credibility. I didn't have like the.
I think he meant like the reference,
like a
reference
training
video.
No,
it's not a video.
Like a reference.
Just
video,
references.
so
Anything that you have as far as reference.
Oh no. Okay, so
Because I was just coming to the door like this.
you're doing perfect. No, you're doing. Here's what I was saying earlier. You have it naturally. Not everyone has it naturally. And some people who don't have it naturally, they have to learn what's a structure.
Right.
Okay, and that's hard, especially for someone who like you. I've asked you questions already this podcast. You don't realize that you're answering them, and you think you're not, but you are. Like earlier when I asked you, how are you getting Naji there and having them do well? You didn't realize you answered it when you said it's the question mark, and it's called a curiosity gap. People want what they can't have, and so you're not giving them the answer. You're holding it back from them. That's a pullback. You naturally know how to do that, and that's just someone who's naturally a salesman, who naturally knows how to make people interested. You're keeping back what they really want to know, but you're showing them you're genuine. That keeps them there. Now, when it comes to building a relationship, we teach form. Do you know what that is? Have you figured that out yet?
Explain it to everybody else.
He just did it. He said it's family, occupation, recreation, and motivation. That's what it stands for. F for family, O for occupation, R is recreation, and motivation. So these 4 topics is something that someone creates their identity around. Okay? You identify yourself with your family. That's your background, your heritage, the amount of people in your home. You two, your family here, right? When you meet a homeowner, how many kids do they have, right? What heritage is their background? Where are they from originally? They from SoCal? They from Cross East? They from NorCal? They from Florida? Yeah. Because you'll definitely connect there. If you connect with that, that means that you just connected with them on their family. Right? Now, occupation, that's work. So then you walk in, you say, okay, what does this guy do for a living? Right? I'm looking. Does he do electrician? My dad's an electrician. He worked for the city. My father-in-law works for DWP. Now you're going to connect on their job. Recreation. That's sports. Dude, I love that sports team. I'm a Raider fan. You know? You from originally? I'm from NorCal by the Bay. You know? Wow, that's an amazing car, man. Dude, I'm super into cars. That's recreation. That's their hobbies. Right? You're looking for, okay. And then motivation. That's politics and that's religion. And obviously, if you're a believer in Jesus Christ, you see a cross on the wall. You see a photo of Jesus. You see a church sticker somewhere. Boom. Now you're going to talk about religion. Those 4 things, those 4 topics. When someone can't naturally find them, like you guys can, like you said, you're going in with no fear, and you're gonna find one, and you're gonna gravitate toward it. Guys who don't understand that naturally, they have to be taught to look for those 4 things. Yeah, literally I had a guy he's pitching his heart out, but he doesn't know what to look for in those 4 things. So I literally had to write on a notebook for him, F for family, and then I wrote number of kids, relationships, heritage, and then occupation, jobs, school, if they're in school, recreation, hobbies, cars, sports. All these topics that people will always have, clues. It's like when I walk into a house, it's like a game of Clue. I'm looking for clues everywhere. Because you'll know that those 4 things take money to invest in. So if they have kids, if they have a hobby, if they have politics, and you see something that screams that, no, they spent money to show people, guests in their home, that's an interest they have. And so if you talk about something like that, you're talking about something they value enough to invest their money in. And the Bible says where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. So whatever you're putting your money in, that's why we seek the kingdom of God first, you know? Amen. But that's really how we try to show the best. We try to look for what is it about those 4 categories that we can share a relationship on. And for guys who don't really know how to do it naturally, it's a simple formula.
And that's crazy, dude. Like when you just said that formula, you broke it down, and then I'm like, dude, I'm thinking these are all of the questions that I'm asking them inside, but I didn't like actually know like that's what I'm doing. I'm just genuinely asking them this stuff because I want to figure out like who is this person I'm sitting with, how can I help better serve them. And then another thing that helps me so freaking much when it comes to like letting people genuinely know that I'm there to help them is just a level of like insane understanding. Like, say someone is like, even like I'm trying to set an appointment for myself or someone else, and they're like, you know, so that one person knock on the door and they just start blowing up like, dude, I know you guys are selling solar. I don't want to buy this. I had a guy come by last time. He told me it was free. I sit down with him and he shows me a loan at the end. I'm tired of this. Everybody says the same thing. Yada, 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 yada. I'm like, bro, I'm so sorry, dude. Like, I understand, right? You had a guy come by. He told you that it wasn't going to cost anything. And then you waited. You sat down with him. 2 hours, had you and your wife there, and then he wasted so much of your time, and then by the end he tells you that it's a loan, and you probably, how did you feel? Like, did you freak out on him? It's like, yeah, man, I freaked out on him. I told him to get the hell out. I almost punched him in his face, yada, yada, yada. And I'm like, look, bro, I'm looking you dead in your eyes right now, and I'm telling you, I understand that you literally kicked that person out because they wasted your time, and you think that I'm going to sit here, look you in your eye, and come and do the same exact thing as them? Like, do I look crazy? You know what I'm saying? And then it's like they're looking at me. They clearly understand. Wow, this person's not going to come do the same exact thing as them. Now I just bought a little bit of trust, and all I need is a little bit because I promise you I will not come and do the same exact thing. And as long as I just don't do that, we're gonna help you out. And it's pretty simple. So there's a huge level of understanding. Sometimes you just need to be able to repeat what they're saying in your own freaking words to let them know I'm not going to do that.
Agreeing with the difference.
I'm not going to waste your time.
So with the difference.
That is what I do a lot.
It's a lot of confidence too, man. Your confidence that you can look them in the eye and say, this is my truth.
Yeah.
And this is the truth. Mm-hmm. You can't, I mean, the lie would leak out of you.
I'm not the greatest like salesman. I'm not the smartest guy. I'm not the best talker. I'm just 100% me. And I'm a great listener. And I know how to really, I know what exactly that you want to hear. I know what you're saying. Yeah. Like what you're saying is something different than what you mean. And I know exactly what you mean. You don't need to tell me it out loud. All I'm going to do is repeat that. And in once I'm able to read in between the lines and repeat it perfectly exactly what they mean, that's where I got their trust. And that's where it's to lay down after that.
Nice.
So that's all I'm looking for.
Another thing I can say is this, man. If I didn't 100% believe in what we were doing, I would not be able to have conviction. Yeah. I would not be able to sell it. I 100% believe that there's no other people out there doing what we're doing or have the same. And like what we're doing is something that you should probably see on Instagram, Twitter, all that, bro. Like JungleU is like, you asked that question earlier. What's the difference between all these other places and JungleU? Bro, JungleU is full of young youth, and it's full of like some young entrepreneurs, which is the next life. And I'm so glad that, Will Buckland and Will's brother is out there actually doing something for the youth, because this is huge. And awesome. We're like the next people that's doing this. Like, I don't even, bro, like I wouldn't even imagine that a young person that's 17 to 25 that will actually be out here doing that. But now I see that it changed up. You know what I mean?
So we're pretty much out of time. So. Wait, say. We about to say goodbye anyway. No, yeah, because we're going to run out of recording on my iPad. But, bro, I love this, man. You guys have got to be the most genuine guys that I've ever seen get into this business, man. I seriously think you guys have, a bright future.
The sky is the limit. I feel it, man. It's crazy.
Keep it genuine, man.
Keep it genuine. I appreciate that so much. You guys too, of course, man. Like, I like the pointers and the tips that you guys gave today, man. I hope everybody out there takes some notes if you listen.
That's the name.
I definitely took some notes, man.
Yep, and that's what the Iron Mill is. It's the Bible verse, iron sharpeneth iron. You know, we are two sharp swords here, and when we get to rub shoulders and chop shop here, we're just doing it to make each other better, man.
I appreciate it.
100%. I'm going to definitely be calling you about some leadership help, some things like that. Yeah, for man. Sure. Just, pick your brain about a lot of things.
Yeah, so. Man. Well, hey, let's sign out, man. It's been a wonderful time with y'all.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having us, man.
On the show, man. Team
it awesome.
out.
Let's go.
Peace out.